Alright, let's draw some zombies. Let's see. Not anybody will join me, but no, I do this every year. Zombies. Only got a small list, but if you want to give me more, no. We'll start off with let's see, I've got Daisy Duck. Daisy Duck. Look up some reference real quick. We're getting different references. We take the head from one, we get the head kind of tilted down. Pull that one. Drawing zombies, so I don't have to be snack. That's a good thing. Try to get the basics here. Real distinction between Daisy and Donald is the airboat, right? We got an airboat here. Body. You have one of those kidney bean shapes body. Liberty with the Wall Street. Bring the shoulder up higher. I don't know why zombies are depicted with that kind of head sunk into the shoulders a bit. Go ahead and use it. With 3 fingers. This was Janya Novak suggested Daisy Duck. I'm not sure who's watching, but if you have a suggestion for somebody you'd like to see turned into a zombie, a character, or a celebrity, or something like that. pretty rough pencil. A lot of zombies don't need a lot of detail before you get peaks. So, let's do Joseph. Joseph, tonight we're doing famous zombies. Starting off with a Daisy Duck. Got somebody you'd like to see turned into a zombie? Or if you want to come in the stream, let me know. I can send you the link. Turn the music off if you're coming in here with me. Non-zombies, you have dirt and dry and specks. That doesn't have any teeth. My annual tradition, Joseph. I do celebrity zombies, famous zombies. Last year I did like Queen. And Jason Momoa. On. Lean on this arm here. Stimulation for the muscle. You want to come in, Joe? Tell me about your wrestling highlights. How's the wrestling going? Looks like you're moving up the ranks. Although I admittedly don't know really much about wrestling. Cool, kind of. Music's not too loud, is it? Kill the music. Open up that link in the browser. It will actually access to your camera and mic. You don't have to use your camera, you can use the mic. Terrifying Daisy Duck, huh? That's kind of the point, though. Let me put the music back on for now. Let's see. Some drums. This notice it. Just kind of showing the feathers back here. This is supposed to be like the tail feathers. Weird, because that's the only place where she's really got feathers. We'll add Joseph to the stream. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? How you been?
Long time no see, buddy.
Wow, I got you like double feeding. Hold on one second. Okay, there we go.
All right. Are you still in New York, boss?
Yeah, unfortunately I am.
Yeah? Let me say that. Thought you liked New York.
Meh. I miss being in Hawaii. New York was just something to fall back to.
So it's been up to?
Nothing much for me. It's just work, changing job, career fields, and wrestling all over. Trying to wrestle all over the place.
Yeah, how's that going? I mean, I see your promotions and stuff, but I don't really know jack about wrestling, so.
So pretty much the wrestling is a lot of networking for me. So right now I wrestle a lot in Jersey and Pennsylvania. I revamped since the last time you've seen me back in Hawaii. I revamped the character for myself to make it more
very expert Romeo Castillo.
Yep.
So what is it now? Is it still Merc?
So it's still Merc, but I made it to where Merc actually means or is used as an acronym. Mm-hmm. So it's military expert Romeo Castillo. So I still kept the Romeo Castillo just to make sure everyone knew who I was. So for a wrestling name, that's my name. And obviously we known each other way beforehand. So you know my actual name.
Yeah. Should I not be using it? Should I call you Merc?
You're fine. And today is all about your stream, man, and how I miss freaking seeing you guys.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've drawn and everything.
New York is, I think you're either 5 or 6 hours off of us, right?
Yeah, right now it's 9:15 at night.
Yeah, so 6 hours.
Yeah.
So that's tough. Like, we do the drinking draws every week, but that's, usually at 7 p.m., which would be probably 1 o'clock in the morning for you. Is that right?
Yeah, give or take.
So, that's good. But I decided to do this one a little earlier. Maybe I can get more done. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
See how much interest I have. Usually I would like draw them one stream and then color them the next, but I've only got a couple suggestions, so I figure I might as well just go for it.
Oh, okay.
and like some of the suggestions, Daisy Duck and Mr. Pringle. Those are cartoon characters, so they're not too detailed. I don't have to worry about like trying to get a likeness right.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you're doing an actual person, then you got to try and make it look like them.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one suggested like the zombie version of Black Panther, since Black Panther is about to come out.
No, could do that though.
Yeah.
Um, it's like last year I did, the Queen, and then she died this year. It's like, whoop, I was a year early.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was like you kind of predicted it before everyone else did with just like The Simpsons, how they're always predicting everything a decade prior.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
That's true.
So what else you been up to, man?
Unfortunately, I haven't been doing much drawing, like character wise. All my drawing that I've been doing lately has been all gear making, gear designs. So most of the designs I use for my character in wrestling, as well as a secondary character that I use in wrestling, I've been trying to keep on having better, or how should I say, a different outlook to catch people's eyes while I'm wrestling, or just catch people's eyes when they just stumble upon my social media. So,
And you've got another social media account too. It's like your collector stuff, right?
yeah, so my other one that I have, which that's what I use for my display name, Techno Joe. That's actually mainly my personal account that I use for almost everything. Some things are day in the life. Other things are I always do. Use all my programming that I'm doing now. That's also a career field, but it's the military of doing all security and infantry work, whether it's open for that. And then just art piece, don't have easy amount of time of doing sketches and drawing pieces like you and the guys back in Hawaii. I mainly keep my creativity, if not on my iPad, mainly on all the miniatures like the like D&D, Warhammer, things like that. Things that have become more socialized or more popular after like the infamous Superman. I started showing his geeky side.
Yeah, it's all become more popular than it was when I was first doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I came up in the air with well, actually it's kind of coming back, the satanic panic thing. And my mom thought my D&D was of the devil.
Yeah. And they brought it back, especially the ideology back with Stranger Things. That's what's the hilarious part. And everyone loves Stranger Things.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Another season of Stranger Things coming up. Yeah, one more season, right?
Everyone says there's one more season. There's gonna end up being another season and then another season. We'll see.
I don't know. I think the Duffer Brothers have gotten it as far as they want to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the kids are getting older. I mean, unless you do it with a new group of kids, but
Well, and you can always take into consideration how they did with Pennywise and it, and they were young, and then when they got older, they still had those fears where he came back. Could do that. Hopefully they don't, but they could do that.
and Ben Wolfhard's in both, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the new Hit movie.
The new one was actually really good. Surprisingly, I thought it wasn't gonna live up to the hype, especially being a old Pennywise it head. The original one always scared the hell out of me, but the the main actor, I keep forgetting his name, but he
Yeah,
always
the old or
played
the new one?
the older one. The
That's
older
Tim
one.
Curry.
Tim Curry, there we go.
The new one is
No.
the new one's Skarsgård. I can't remember, isn't it? One of
Yeah,
the Skarsgårds.
yeah, one of the infamous family.
I mean, are you watching Andor, the new Star Trek thing?
I started it,
Or
but I
Star Wars?
haven't.
Oh yeah, there's somebody like cussing me out right now. I mean Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars. I started it, but I haven't finished it. So
Because
it's
the dad's in that's Stellan Skarsgård, right? He's playing Lucen.
oh
He's
yeah.
killing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the one causing all the trouble to get the rebellion started.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm really enjoying that show Andor, but it's also a little bit too real. It's like his whole motivation is like we've got to make things worse or people won't rebel. It's like
Mm-hmm.
that's hitting a little too close to home there, boss.
Yeah, it's always been the plot for those things, but the better, yeah, the better the way people can actually relate to, the easier it translates, and you get all the fandom everywhere. So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
definitely
I mean,
hitting home a little close to home. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, like, I think Andor's not hitting well with a lot of the old Star Wars fans because there's no Jedi or no space wizards, no lightsabers.
Yeah. A lot of,
I'm really
but a lot of
enjoying it.
those people haven't kept up with the books. So I know there's, oh my God, there's almost like 50 or even more. I think it's like close to 100 books that entail all of Star Wars. I had one of my junior Marines that he used to read every single one of them, and he told me about them. He's like, "Oh, I hope they didn't do this. I hope I didn't do that." And he'll tell me like certain movies that we've seen. Like,
Hmm.
they missed this part or they missed part. Like, just enjoy the movie. They can't always put everything in there.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of the opposite because I mean I listen to the books like the audiobooks. My eyes are getting so I can't read much anymore because after about an hour my eyes are too tired to do anything. So the joy of getting older. But if you watch the movies and then go back and listen or read the books,
Mhm.
it's actually a good compliment sometimes. Like I really liked Rogue One,
Yeah.
but the novelization of Rogue One, gives you a lot more time with like Bodhi Rook, the pilot,
Hmm.
and obviously it gets you inside the characters' heads a bit, which you can't do on the screen.
Yeah.
You know, so I recommend the Star Wars audiobooks as companions, to the movies.
Into the movies and the shows.
Well, I mean, it's not super different, but it's more it like expands on it. It gives you a little bit more, you know. Yeah, I don't think I can make it too different, or else then you have continuity issues.
Hmm.
What do you think? Zombie Daisy Duck.
That's awesome. That's hilarious too.
Yeah, we'll put some shade in the bow. Yeah, like the cartoon characters aren't too bad because there's not a lot of detail. All right, Zombie Daisy Duck. Let's see who we want to do next. It's Dolly Parton. Okay, that's a little tougher.
Um,
Okay, let me look
well,
up
it
some
depends
Dolly
on
Parton.
how you go about it. If you're doing a character of Dolly Parton or doing the realism of Dolly Parton.
Now I'm doing a Google image search right now to see if anything catches my eye that like is there a photo that will work as a zombie. Let's see. And obviously I've got to at least do the bust up to sell the Dolly, right? I mean, other than being a virtuoso guitar player and singer, she's known for one thing or maybe two things.
Mm-hmm.
Other than everybody loving her as a person, being a nice person, but
Yep.
she's obviously known for being buxom. Let's see. Wow, there's an old picture when she was younger. denim suit. Reference. Okay, so we'll figure from the bust up. I can't. I don't want to do her like a full figure because it'd be too tiny that way.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm going to switch screens here. So I'm going to put this over here on this screen. I'm going to move the stream right over to this screen. All right. That way my neck's not turning so much. Kind of things I have to think about when I'm doing these. Yeah. So who were you saying? Who should I make into a zombie? Was it or having a senior moment there? You just said somebody a minute ago.
Oh,
Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah.
The new Black Panther. So that would be.
Well, I shouldn't say the new Black Panther, but yeah, Black Panther itself, just because unfortunately he passed, and they have the new Black Panther coming in to fill his place.
Yeah. I think there might be more than one Panther in the new movie.
I don't know. I don't think so, but at the same time, I can't. No one can really foretell what's going to happen. But I have a feeling they're going to try to keep it to the newer Black Panther books. So
the newer Black Panther books. I haven't read Black Panther in ages. So what's the big deal with the newer books? I read was it Ta-Nehisi Coates that did the book for a while?
Mm-hmm. Compared to the originals back in like the 80s, the new one actually has the pass down of Black Panther to his sister. I don't know if everyone's ready for that one, but
well, no, I mean obviously, you can see in the trailer that it's a female, so
yeah.
The bets are sure he's going to be in the suit, but I think there may be she may either be the next one or the interim. They may go to somebody else after.
Hopefully not.
Because there's a line in the trailer where she says she's lost all her family, and that doesn't quite square if Shuri's still around.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me wonder if there's maybe Shuri dons the suit and then fails to in her mission.
Yeah. I think she's gonna keep it, but it's definitely gonna be interesting to see her playing it, but then have her backup as her backup of Ironheart with her the whole time. So that's definitely gonna be a nice thing.
Yeah, that's not part of the books though, right? From the comics.
I don't believe so. I don't think it originally. No, originally it wasn't, but obviously Ironheart came out about 2 years ago, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. I think they just wanted to add more, not just female characters, but black and African characters, which gets more people more involved, which is freaking awesome. But I also wanted to
representation, right?
Yeah, but I also wanted to see them like build her up from a kid. And
well, that's kind of one of the things. Did you happen to catch the Black Adam movie?
Yes.
See, now I liked it, but I know who the Justice Society is. So I feel bad for anybody who went into that movie and like had no idea who these people were, because they don't explain it at all.
And they don't explain like how the Justice Society became about or anything.
Right. So you have these like 4 characters that show up, and 2 of them have obviously got like history together, but we don't know that. You're just told that. It's like, okay. So that's one of the things that like I'm looking at Ironheart in this, and it's like I hope they explain a little bit where she came from, because I thought with the last Spider-Man movie they did, where MJ and Ned were going off to MIT.
Yep.
I thought that would have been a good in right there for Ironheart.
Yeah.
Right, because she's MIT in the comics, right?
That one I'm not too sure, because I didn't get to read up on her. I don't know if she was MIT or on the West Coast. I don't know which
No,
IT college is in
I'm
the.
pretty sure she was MIT, which would have put her in the same school. Just coincidentally happened to be in the same school around the same age as Ned. And I mean, she would have been younger. She's more of a child genius prodigy kind of thing. But
Yeah, I don't know. Definitely see on that one. But yeah, to go on the whole Black Adam, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Black Adam. It's a fun, stupid ride. There's not a lot of depth in the movie. It's a very simple, fight movie. It's a roller coaster. It's like action, 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 action. Here's a little bit of story. Action, action, action.
Yep.
So it's not going to win any Academy Awards or anything. But if it's like watching the first Independence Day movie. You just go in and turn your brain off and just eat some popcorn and enjoy it.
And just watch it and enjoy, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I do get people's criticism of it because because the Justice Society in particular, I know who they are, but if you don't know who they are, you're like, why should I care about these people?
Yeah, that's true. Well, hopefully they make the Justice Society movie after this now. We'll see about that one.
Well, I think like Pierce was it Pierce? No, it's not Pierce Brosnan. Yeah, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if he probably said, yeah, I'll do it, but only for one.
Probably.
He's not getting any younger, and he's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll do it, but I don't want to. I don't want to be like trapped doing this for 10 years.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder how many people actually caught the glimpse of how Black Adam actually not related to, but fed into Shazam. And
well, dude, Jaimin Hansu was there. The same wizard.
Yep. But in the first movie of Shazam, they make you believe the Seven Sins and their champion destroyed the wizard's little guild that he had. But but in Black Adam, he shows what actually happened. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's a I mean, like I said, it's a stupid fun movie. It's if you think about it too hard, yeah, it falls apart quick.
Yeah.
You can't think about it too hard. So, I mean, like I said, I get people's complaints. I enjoyed it.
There's only so much you can complain about it. Like, I complain so much about it. Yeah, you already know with how many superhero movies or comic book movies have came out that haven't stayed or stuck to the actual storyline or the storyline that certain people or certain groups of people actually know.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that like watching the Marvel movies has kind of desensitized me to. It's like I'm not real a stickler for the source material now. As long as they get the character that feels right, you can take liberties with the actual story.
True, definitely true.
She's had some plastic surgery on her nose, huh? Very angular.
You man, how you been? What you been up to besides a few of these streams every now and again that I could catch?
Yeah, well, I haven't done this personal stream in a while. I've been kind of maybe once a month for those where I was doing them every week. Still working for the government. For at least another, let's see, I've got 11 years where I'm at now, so I got at least another 9 before I can retire again.
Retire again. That's hilarious. Lucky. Nice.
Well, I did almost 22 in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 21 years, 10 months.
Awesome.
And then we'll see, what happens with the economy. I might not be able to retire ever at the rate we're going.
they keep raising
You're raising your
everything.
retirement age, and who knows if Social Security is going to be there. And
Mhm. If Social Security is going to even exist anymore. Yeah.
let's see, let me get Dolly's big hair.
Oh yeah, that poof. Mm.
Now this is going to be tricky because when I do the zombie eyes, it takes away a lot of the people's personalities.
Yeah.
A lot of what people identify as a person is in the eyes.
Hmm.
But to do a zombie, it helps if you have somebody with very distinct features. Dolly's not.
Yeah.
I mean, other than her breast, her face isn't super distinct.
No, but she's still kind of distinct with the Southern Belle kind of look. So, yeah, I think you should still be able to pull that off. I think those main assets and her hair with her freaking crazy injected lips, I'll carry out quickly.
Well, she does have the mole.
Hmm.
So we can keep that. Let's see. I feel like I should do a zombie hand or something in there to help sell the zombie part. Let's see. It's about here. Let's see. I like my reference. I suspect she probably keeps long fingernails. Yeah, pretty long. Okay. I'm gonna put some nails on there.
It would be hilarious if you have her holding a sign saying Jolene.
The sign makes sense. Could I do?
And I think the people probably know her more with a microphone, vice a sign saying Jolene.
We could put like a guitar neck there, maybe. Or, a distinctive outfit. Blue denim. Big earrings. So all got big earrings. It's funny when you see these, she's known as a sex symbol, but if you hear her sing and play guitar, it's like you're probably old enough. You remember Charo?
Oh, Shadow? Yeah, Shadow.
I mean, she was a sex symbol, but she's a virtuoso guitar player, and he's like people just like, oh, she's pretty, but yeah, and then she gets on that guitar, it's like, oh shit,
Yeah, pretty much.
she's got skills, you know. And that's the same thing with Dolly. People look at her, oh, she's pretty, but she's a virtuoso guitar player too.
Hmm.
Let's see, finger guns, lots of jewelry. Just trying to get something to help sell the Dolly, Because once you start uglying her up as a zombie, then it's, okay. Yeah, let's go for it. Just using hand for now. Long sleeves, yep. I didn't lose you, did I? You got quiet all of a sudden.
Oh, no. I hit one button and my computer decided to start opening certain things. I was like, no, I don't want that. Yeah, try and look up some other ideas that will probably help you with Ali. Yeah, I think that
I'll just have her saying Jolene with like really scraggly letters, like instead of brains. Brain, Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and pretty much her hair, the crazy looking earrings, and her two big old assets are gonna probably be the
They're
best
too
sell.
big. That Monty Python and her huge tracts of land.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening, man. I might get canceled for this one, right?
I doubt it. At least you don't as long as we don't use certain words that are flagged. Perfect.
Yeah. Reverse eye, please. Now the eyes are about the same proportion, so let's see. Tear open her cheek. And I'm trying to remember the muscles. You have muscles around the eye to go this way. And then you have muscles starting to come around the jaw to go this way. Try to remember your anatomy doing zombies.
Mm-hmm. I always find it intriguing how not just yourself, but everyone that does certain zombies, how they make it so realistic. It's crazy how much needs to be added in there and the understanding of the anatomy. Without that, you just get lost.
Well, I didn't set out to be the zombie guy, but
Mm-hmm.
in the last, how long ago did I draw that shirt? Probably 5 years now. I've drawn so many zombies.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of the zombie guy now. But this is kind of fun. And the thing here is like, even though I am being trying to be careful to make it look like Dolly, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's a zombie. So if it's messed up, I can get away with it. Zombies aren't supposed to be pretty and perfect, and
symmetrical.
yeah. So you have
Always
that.
something that's supposed to be falling off.
Yeah. And this is a simple thing when you're doing like more where you want to look more like the person, but you still want to be a zombie. Is like just switch the pupil and the whites of the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives it that kind of the zombie look. But normally when I draw zombies, I make the eyes bigger and more dark and sunken. But then it does, from doing a real person, then it stops looking like the person.
Yeah.
It starts being hard to identify them. I'm not doing some flyaway hair here. Zombies don't keep their hairdos straight.
I don't know. Depending on if you've seen the new, what was it, Army of the Dead on Netflix with Dave Bautista.
Yeah, but even those zombies weren't, well coiffed.
Yeah. Except for the Queen zombie, she kind of had everything still in place somewhat. Say that very loosely.
Did you watch the sequel to that?
Yes.
I actually like awesome. I like that sequel better than the Army of Darkness, or not the Army of Darkness, the
Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So And it's weird because it wasn't really a zombie movie. It's set like it's a prequel that's set in that universe, but it's all about it's a heist movie.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't know what to expect, but that wasn't what I was expecting from a prequel to the zombie movie.
Mm-hmm. And it was nice how they transitioned from how it's supposed to be a regular heist to where certain things started playing out with the zombies, or why he was getting picked to for the other gig. I should say. I shouldn't say the other movie, for the other gig.
Yeah, but it's like the whole extent of the zombies in the prequel was like flashes on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a I don't know. I think I'm just not a Zack Snyder guy. I think he's a great cinematographer. He makes beautiful looking movies,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not crazy about some of the story.
Yeah.
So watching that Army of the Dead, it's kind of I like Dave Bautista, but at the end it's like, what? I really don't care about any of these characters.
Yeah, because I think they tried too hard to give a background on each character, except for the what was this guy's name? The actual bank freaking. God, I can't believe I forgot his name. The one that they did the prequel to.
Yeah, I forget the name off the top of my head too, but it's one of those like one word or one syllable names. I think.
I don't think they call him a locksmith. I'm gonna have to look that up.
What are you, locker? Be a safe cracker.
Yeah, I think that's probably a better word, is cracker.
Guitar's a viewer on Twitch in Canada that joins us in streams. Get to the chopper. I think he's looking at your background.
Oh.
Get to the chopper.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And see, kind of looks like it, right?
Yep, still looks like her.
Dolly, if you happen to see this, I apologize. It was just somebody suggested it to me. I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to make a statement here. I love you, Dolly. Hopefully she'll be cool about it. Guitar, you want to jump in and BS with us? He jumps in every now and then. He joins us when we do the Comic Jam stuff. He keeps some weird hours up there in Canada, I guess.
Oh, really? Actually, yeah, Guitar, we could probably switch places, because I'm going to have to hop off and start doing some coding work for work while I'm watching Mike do his magic.
So when's your next bout?
For wrestling, the next one is at the Hamburg Fieldhouse for Outbreak Wrestling. I'm not sure exactly who I'll be fighting, but I'll definitely be there. Hamburg Fieldhouse, November 12th.
All right. And you still enjoying it?
Oh yeah, I still enjoy it. That's my that's kind of my therapy. If I'm not doing that, it's kind of boring when I can't do either the gym too much. So, 'cause I do, unfortunately, right now I do work two jobs. I work one job during the day and one at night. So weekend is usually free, but it's free to wrestle, and I just enjoy it. I just love the adrenaline. I love I'm doing the craziness in front of the audience, but at the same time entertaining the audience. So it's always awesome. Yeah, so I have that one for Outbreak Wrestling in Hamburg, November 12th. November 19th is Titan Championship Wrestling for Mount Olympus. I'll be in that Rumble for Mount Olympus for the title. And then after that will be November 26th at Knights of Columbus in Ridgefield, New Jersey. And that's November 26th, day after, 2 days after Thanksgiving, one day after Black Friday.
Pretty busy schedule.
I wish it was a little bit more busier. Wish I had some Sundays, but I gotta take
You
what I
said,
can get.
and who you doing coding for, or can you say
Wait, say that again.
who are you doing coding for your other
So
job?
the automation. Well, I work automation coding right now for Paramount. I
The
work for them at
studio?
night. Yeah, Paramount. Oh, yeah, Paramount in the whole. I shouldn't say studio because they actually own MTV, CBS, Pluto. I forgot the other companies. But pretty much, I do cybersecurity. I'm a cybersecurity intern for them at night.
Oh, cool.
So,
That's kind of
um,
fun.
yeah, actually, I learned a lot. I've been with them since February of this year, and after I graduated college in August of last year, I didn't have a point or a guide for getting back into that career field, back into cybersecurity. But while I was in school, I was mainly doing a lot of coding, gearing all my classes towards coding, cyber developing, and things like that. Having this intern for Paramount was awesome, and definitely a big help with the veterans immersion program that Paramount does offer.
Oh, they like sort of a fast track thing for vets.
Yeah, kind of like a fast track, but it's more of just getting a foot in the door and getting that experience that it's extremely difficult to get into if you're trying to do it on your own,
Okay,
or if you're just trying to get into the field itself. It's kind of difficult on your own without a proper internship or knowing who to talk to and what mentors will actually help you guide you in the right direction.
I got you. Well, I mean, it sounds like you're doing okay.
Yeah,
No,
for the most part.
no significant other in your life right now, or
I do. We both live together in Jersey, but it's a slow uphill battle. So that we're definitely enjoying our time together, and but she's actually helped me a lot in supporting one my jobs on getting closer to my career field that I want, but also supporting my crazy antics in wrestling. So it's,
yeah, that's got to take kind of a pretty understanding person to.
hmm
You're gonna do what now?
yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Yeah,
Let's see. Guitar says he's watching a movie.
which movie you watching, Guitar?
If you like Twitch, Guitar does like portrait streams or like digital painting.
Oh, nice.
Real chill guy. He's more professional, about streaming than I am. I just like turn the camera on and I don't I don't
And
I
go
don't
at it.
I don't do any of the proper social media stuff. It's like I'm just an old dude. I'm just gonna sit here and draw. If you want to hang out, great. If not, man, yeah, I'm gonna draw anyway.
Yeah. That's actually sounds about right. Like me, a buddy of mine actually starting tomorrow on Halloween. Still don't know the time yet. We're actually going to be streaming a podcast, just me, him talking about everything of current events to what we do and love in the tech world and everything else.
Oh, what's the podcast called?
We're calling it the League of Reyes. Pretty much, it's a caveat off of one League of Legends as well as like the Justice League, but we didn't want to call it the League of Kings just because there's so many craziness going on with just like Game of Thrones, House of Dragons, everything King's World. We just got away with that and just called us Kings in Spanish. So League of Reyes is going to be me and my partner, uh, Otacon Arangel or Rangel Otacon. I don't know how he names it. Sometimes he changes it all the time, but we'll definitely be on tomorrow. And I'm going to try to post either tonight or tomorrow what time we'll be on. I'm trying to gear him towards 8 o'clock, so 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll most likely be on.
All right. Put that in the comments before you leave, so anybody wants to check it out.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Or on your way out, just put it in the comments. So I don't pay attention to too much outside of my own stuff, but every now and then I'll hop in and catch out something else.
Yeah, it's the big
Because
the big
there's
thing.
so many of them. There's so many streams and podcasts, and there's like
Yeah, that's why we were trying to tailor it to. There's so many, like you said, there's so many streams on tech or IT stuff. We're just trying to bring it more to like our level as well as um, just to get the normal geek nerd who just wants to chill and just explore what's going on nowadays and just try to make the community bigger from like what you're doing in art to all the new movies, comic book movies coming out, or even movies that are coming out that don't revolve around comics and just things that we just enjoy day to day.
yeah. Give me a recommendation for a movie that not doesn't revolve around comic books that you've liked recently.
Yeah, I've seen so many freaking movies. Hard down now.
Put you on the spot.
I know, right? Oh, what is it? Now, are you looking for a movie in the movie theaters or just like on a movie platform?
I'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
Because if it's on a platform, I can find it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's on a theater, then I can find it.
Actually, you know what? Have you seen the most recent one I've seen besides rewatching Exorcist today? Have you watched the new Minions movie, The Rise of Gru?
That's the like the prequel with him as a kid, right?
Yeah.
I have seen that.
That is hilarious. I don't care who you are. That is hilarious. How everything started out.
Yeah, I did like it. I didn't like the because I like having Gru, but the other movie where it's just the minions, I don't know if you can make a whole movie with just them.
Yeah. But it's more like comic relief when it comes to just having the minions by himself because it's like watching the squirrel from Ice Age. The
Yeah,
squirrel just comes out randomly. He's like no matter what, he's just chasing after the freaking pine nut. Where the minions are chasing after a boss. So it's always hilarious.
let's see.
Watching Coco.
But
Nice.
he's saying he's far from professional, but he's more in tune with the Twitch style and format and doing things properly than I am. So he's more professional than I am on Twitch. I stream there, but I don't pay too much attention to what's going on there.
Okay.
It's like I think most Twitch streamers they watch their stream in Twitch, or they have their feed programmed into their display. I just stream. My comments section. Well, I get the comments from Twitch, obviously, but I'm not watching it through Twitch. I'm watching it through my studio.
Okay.
So I get comments from Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I'm probably not doing it right, but I'm doing it easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, can't go crazy, especially when you're doing these pieces of zombified characters.
Yeah. Who else do I got for? Let's see. I got to do Mr. Pringle, the Pringle scan thing. That should be easy. I mean, it's going to look weird to have like muscle inside of a can, but
Yeah.
you know, because that's one of the things you can do for the zombies. You got to like tear the skin up. You know, I guess I could just leave a hole in the package and show like some chips on the inside.
That would be hilarious, especially doing the logo. Yeah, that would be freaking hilarious.
Just like, you know, so some stacks of chips on the inside of the can where it's torn open. Who else have I got? George Washington. Somebody gave me George Washington.
Oh wow.
And then somebody gave me Scarlett Johansson. I got to figure out if I do Scarlett Johansson, I think I should do a character, but I don't know which.
Oh yeah, because you could do a lot of different characters, like Ghost in the Shell, her as Major, or her as Black Widow from any of the Avengers movies. And good question. What character do Scarlett Johansson?
I mean, Black Widow's the easy one for me because, you know, it's right up my in my wheelhouse. And it's one that has a costume that's recognizable right away.
Yeah.
I could do the period piece, the Jojo Rabbit, but that might be kind of grim. Did you watch Jojo Rabbit?
No, I don't think so.
That's the one that takes place in Nazi Germany. With she's like the mother of a boy that has an imaginary friend that's Hitler.
Oh, no. Yeah, that one I didn't watch.
I mean it amazingly it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know how Taika pulls it off, but
he's been doing a crazy freaking voiceover work and just directing in general has been awesome to see him do a whole bunch of craziness and not even realize that it's him.
Here, I talked about guitar being more professional. As he's saying, by the way, StreamYard is showing comments pretty delayed. That's not StreamYard doing it. That's me because I got to click on them to bring them up. So don't blame StreamYard. Blame the operator.
All right, Mike. It's all right. It's always a learning curve with us.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not going to make this a profession, so I'm not worried about, you know. You won't ever hear me saying like, subscribe, anything like that. You know, it's like I'm not worried about growing the brand. So there's a lot less hassle for me, you know, and I can just be myself. I'm not trying to put on a persona, you know.
That's true.
And you know, I mean, if I get, you know, 3 or 4 viewers in a stream, then I'm doing okay. You know, there's been a few times where I don't think I've had anybody. You know, it's like, oh, I'm just going to draw anyway. So.
Yep. For everyone else's viewing pleasures, right?
But you know, I started doing this during the pandemic. You know, because it was, you know, we were trapped at home, and this was a way for me to like hook up with people, you know, online and, you know, just have some human contact of sorts.
Okay. That's awesome because yeah, during the pandemic I was actually I was a desktop support engineer for a cancer hospital, so I was part of the essential workers, so I was always in the office, always at the hospital working.
Well, the military, for almost a year, I was telework every other day.
Okay.
So there was 2 of us in my office, and we would alternate days. You know, so some weeks I'd be in the office 3 days a week. The next week I'd be in the office 2 days a week, and then I'd have to log in and just do stuff from home. You know. But the nature of my work, it's hard to. It's, you know, I can do some of the design stuff, but I can't do any production because all the machines are in the office. I can't print from home. I can't make a book from home. You know? I can do, you know.
And you guys only have contractors with you? You guys don't have like military, like Navy personnel with you guys?
My shop is just me and one other guy. We're both civilians. But we're federal. We're not contractors.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a GS11. I know you might know what that is, but people listening probably have no clue what I'm talking about.
They're like, what the hell is a GS11? He's high up there. He's getting high up there.
Well, I mean, the highest you go as a GS is 15, so I'm not that high up.
You're higher than most freaking G4s and G5s. That's all the basic guys coming in.
And the reason I came in as a GS11 is because I went from I was in the same office I was in when I retired as the chief. So I normally
you lucked out real good with the transition right there.
Well, I mean, it took them a few years to like create the position, but once they did, it's like, well, I've done the job. I did it for 4 years. It's not like you have to worry about if I'm qualified or if I can figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
So like, I was able to waive some requirements. Like normally, like a GS11, you have to have like at least a bachelor's. And it's like, well, I don't have a bachelor's. I have 62 credit hours, but I never finished my degree.
Yeah, but you have how many years?
But that's the thing. That's why I can't. Yeah, when the position opened up, they put those requirements to say, well, I'm going to challenge on equivalent experience.
Yep.
But I also had kind of a shoe in a little bit because like one of the people involved in my hiring process was my former executive officer. Well, actually, she was my former admin chief who had come back in. She was an executive officer when they were hiring. Well, it works out.
Yeah, worked out perfectly for you. And then look at Dolly Parton, still recognizable with that crazy hair.
Right, crazy hair and the
denim.
huge tracts of land.
Yep.
We'll throw on some more blood and stuff there to help sell the zombie aspect. But I think we can still tell it's Dolly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Working 9 to 5. She turned out to be such a great person. It's like these people you grew up with. All this, how the world's gotten so political these days. I mean, a lot of times you didn't really know what people's political ideologies were. So you could like somebody, and then you find out later on, oh, they're assholes.
Yeah.
Like,
uh-huh.
So Dolly's one of those we get lucky. It's like, oh, okay, good. She's okay.
Yeah, unfortunate. That's a lot that happened, especially with the actors and people that we've grown up with or anything like that. You get to meet them, and then you're like, you're not the same kind of person as you're on TV.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the one that was a big disappointment for me was Dean Cain. Because I like Superman. I like Lois and Clark.
Really?
Yeah. And Dean Cain turned out to be like, oh, you're not right.
Oh wow.
Everybody's got somebody like that. I mean, I think Bill Cosby was that like for a lot of people. He was America's dad when we were growing up, and then you find out he's like just a monster. Damn it.
The closet that's behind the freaking scenes. That was crazy to hear about that one. And know everyone.
I remember liking Bill Cosby. I had the albums growing up, from his stand up. All right, so there's Dolly Parton. This is let me put some white in the earrings to help sell the metallic a little bit. Come on, pen. Brand new pen. I love paint pens. Come on, start flowing. Any day now. All right.
Mike, let me hop off. I'll
right,
continue
man.
watching the stream, but let me hop off and start getting to work.
How'd you get hopped in, man? Good catching up, you know?
Same here. It's been forever.
You know?
That's
Good
it.
luck, good luck in both your careers. Just
Yes,
remember,
sir.
don't get them mixed up. You know, don't go wrestle somebody in the tech office.
Oh, sometimes it might work. I don't know. We'll see.
All right,
Thank you
man.
again for having me on, and thank
Yep.
you for shooting the breeze with you.
Yeah, good catching up, man. Take care.
Talk to you later.
We'll find a pin that works yet. One that's not dirty. Here we go. All right, guys, you're stuck with me now. Joe's gone. All right. So let's see. So far, we've got Daisy Duck and Dolly Parton. There's 2 zombies down. Well, I just realized it. A bunch of wet paint. Let me get the map real quick and try and get this off my table. At least the worst of it. And let's see, who should we do next? We did Daisy, we did Dolly. I'll mark those off my list. Scarlett Johansson, the Pringles can, and George Washington. Let's do the Pringles guy. That should be a weird one. Try and figure out how to make a can into a zombie. Let's see. Mr. Pringle, is that what the character's called? Yeah. There is an actual anthropomorphic character. I thought it was just a can. Okay. I didn't realize there was a whole thing with a suit and tie. I just thought it was a face on a can. Okay. Let's see that. I can change my plans a little bit, maybe. Mr. Pringle. Somebody made Mr. Pringle into briefs. Okay. Why would you want Pringle's briefs? People are weird. Okay, so since there's an anthropomorphic character, I can have that. Maybe I'll just have him like carrying some chips and stuff. Okay, so do that. Just on the floor. And we'll open up reference image over here. That's the one I wanted. Mr. Pringle, red jacket, red bow tie, yellow shirt, white gloves, white face. Okay, easy enough. Easy enough. You still watching? Still people watching. All right, so let's see. We have a character. He's all head, big head, with a Funko Pop. We have the head tilted down, and the body will be. We have the body tilted this way. It's got a little bit of a triangle on here. And looks like he's got 3 fingers. So do that. And then we'll put a bunch of chips in his hand. Try and plan that out. And we'll have one the other hand reaching for us. Make it bigger because it's sticking forward. Chips, maybe a can of chips. Chips were falling out. All right, so we got little beady eyes. And they should be closer together. So put the level right here. And then huge mustache. And since he's a zombie, we'll like take the mustache and we'll scraggly it up a bit, maybe. Try and draw him like fairly normal first, and then we'll zombify him. He doesn't have a mouth. How do you have a zombie without a mouth? And, I want to say like a 1920s haircut. I don't know what the heck that is. No ears. Bow tie. A red jacket. This side's got the arm raised. I'm just going to bring the jacket up because the arm is up. Okay, and this side jacket gets closer to the body. And then got a little bit of a paunch. I said he's got kind of a triangle shape where the body bows out at the waist and he tucks back in with the legs. And at least 3 buttons. Okay. Just trying to visualize where everything's going behind the can and stuff. Okay. He's wearing gloves, so I don't have to worry about fingernails on him. Pringles can here. So I can do with a hint of the logo and stuff. I'm not going to try and draw the can perfect, so we'll just try and see. So the P marks up. Lowercase r. Got his face again with the red bow tie. Mustache. The eyes. Yeah. And then now like chips, I think. Yeah, I'm not trying to draw it exact. I'm just trying to get the feel of the can. All right, now, so this is it's like a straight look. Now, how do we zombify them up? So, like, first thing I think we can do is we can take the mustache and kind of scraggly it up a bit. Back to dirt and stuff in there. Maybe a twig. Okay. And then his eyes are just like dots. So we'll keep the dots hollow, and then we'll put like shading around them, not black, but enough to kind of make them look more sunken, maybe. Something like that. Looking out some lines. He doesn't have a nose. No ear. Put some dirt on him. And I don't know. We can do. Maybe I can crack his head open. Do something like this. Now, what will be inside Mr. Pringle's head? When you have brains, when you have. What do you have? Let's do some squiggly stuff. Some bits and bobs. Let's do another one just for fun. I'm like the demented Bob Ross. You got to do something to give him, the torn up look for a zombie. But he's just an oval, no mouth. He doesn't have a mouth. What we can do, I think maybe we can like have some blood dripping down from the beard. So like the hint that maybe there's a mouth underneath the beard that we can't see. Sure, I guess. And then he's wearing gloves. So no fingernails. Put a hole in the glove maybe. Some random detail. Start building up the shirt a bit. Put the music back on since I'm by myself. Stranger Things sounding music. I don't want to get a copyright strike. And then let's pull his shirt out, right? A little disheveled looking. There's a fine line between zombie and hobo. You have to like tattered clothes and rough look. All right. Normally, if I was drawing hair, I would be more careful about it. But again, since I'm drawing a zombie, I can have like this rough lines in the hair, kind of help sell that. Joe, I'm like Bob Ross, David. Bob Ross would say you have happy mistakes and all. All you need is another open sore instead of a tree here. Okay, we're just going to add a happy little oozing wound right here. He's had a rough day. Anybody's curious, it's a emoji brush pen. I like these. It's considered a brush pen, even though it's got like a sharp tip on it, but it's got a flex in it. And I tend to have a heavy hand on me like traditional brush pens, so it's hard for me to control them. With the emojis, since it's more of a straight nib, I can actually use it easier than I would if I was using a real brush pen or a traditional brush pen. Try the Black Panther after this. We'll see how many people I piss off with that. Beloved character and beloved actor. This coat is like looks like it's tails, which means there's a part that's coming down this way behind him. Gonna have a yellow inside. Pants are black, shirt is yellow, jacket's red. Guitar, are you still here? There's an animated movie on Netflix I think you might like called Intergalactic. It's a love story between a graffiti artist and like a photographer, and it's kind of animated like Into the Spider-Verse, but not quite as polished. It has that like it looks like Into the Spider-Verse without the refinement. Yeah, if you look up Intergalactic, Enter, Intergalactic. Kid Cudi, the singer, the rapper, was like a major producer on it. His music is featured predominantly in the movie. I think you might like it. I know you don't watch a lot of movies, but from a visual standpoint, you know, we don't get too many animated movies, especially on the US side, that are meant for adults. This is an adult animation. Together like a zombie potato chip mascot. Let's see, his face is just white, so we can just use like some blues and some greens for some shading. Gloves are white. Use the blue for that too. Shirt is yellow. And the hair is gonna be black, but we'll use like a dark gray so that we can get some variation in the shading. Same thing with the pants. So let's go with like a C7 too dark. Let's go to C5. C7 for the shadows. Let's C6. You have the wrong pen. Even though like the pants and the hair is supposed to be black, I'm going to use a dark gray, so I can use a darker gray for shading. And then we'll also throw in some like hints of red and some other colors in the hair too. Blood. Debris. That's that. That's C6. Right, yellow. I also say the inside liner of the jacket is yellow as well. Watching lately. We talked about Andor earlier. I'm really enjoying Andor. It's the most grown-up Star Wars property to date. And just like I like Rogue One for the kind of same reason. It's like, I mean, I love Jedi and the space wizards and light swords and all that too. But there's so much potential as a more straight sci-fi universe with the Star Wars stuff. And Andor's really, you know, it's kind of giving us the origin of the rebellion almost, you know. A pale yellow. The chips aren't like bright yellow, they're lettering is bright yellow though. I think that the can is supposed to be a richer red, but I also didn't want to have it blend in with the jacket. Line this with the base. That's not an accurate can, but it gives a hint. We used C5 for the suit and the hair, pants and the hair. This is a C7 to come in and add some shading, give it some depth. I can feel that the nib is juicier, so I'm kind of going quick so that I don't have like a splotch of color. OMC Ritzy. I think they just posted an emoji or something. Can't really tell what it is. piece right there. Reminds me of the Jarre. You just remember Jarre, Jean-Michel Jarre, French instrumentalist. I guess I'm not sure if people consider jazz or new age or kind of jazz new age. All right, let's get some other colors in there to make them look a little sickly. Maybe some light green. Probably some yellows in some areas. These colors that aren't healthy colors. Like if you have green in your skin, you're probably not feeling too well. Your skin's turning yellow, you've got jaundice. Joe's saying, nope, never heard of her. Jean-Michel Jarre is actually a guy, if I remember correctly. But time for some blood. What's a zombie without blood, huh? One of the things I always like to do when I'm doing zombies is like put blood around the knuckles and fingers. You know, like they're grabbing stuff, their fingers are getting all bloodied up. Like to have some like streaks of blood everywhere, every now and then. An arterial spray or do the tear in the leg here. Same dark red in the muscle, but just a second. Find my drawing kit. Let me try this different light. Sure. Pencil. There we go. The white gives the blood the specular highlights, a little bit of sheen here and there. And then you just put, debris and stuff in the hair. Keep that pen handy. Let's see before. backside of the cloth tear. And I forgot to do the tear in his forehead or 5 head because he's all head. All right, the zombie Mr. Pringle. So that. What we got so far. Black Panther. Joe's trying to get me in trouble with everybody here, making a zombie Black Panther. We'll do it. Let's see. Chadwick Boseman. Black Panther. I think what I can do to get away from trying to make him perfectly accurate, it's a trade-off, but I keep the mask on like a tear in the mask. You know, kind of like they do the Marvel zombies in the comics. But I say it's a trade-off because the mask itself is complicated, but it's a little less painful than trying to make sure I draw Chadwick Boseman perfectly recognizable. So we'll see. That's the trade-off. So let's see. There. And let's see. Let's have some fun with this. We can have head. I'll draw the head kind of big for this one. I want to focus on the head. But then let's put like some foliage, like he's peeking through stuff in the jungle. So that means I'm gonna have to look up some reference for some jungle foliage to kind of make the plants look jungly. And then we'll have one hand over here, like moving these plants out of the way. Other hand peeking through the leaves. Big claws on it. Nah, I don't think I like that hand. I think one hand's good enough. So what we'll do is we'll find a good photo of Chadwick's face and draw the parts that I want to show, and then I'll build a mask around that. So let's see. Window. Setting up the reference right now so I can see. We need a head that's pointing more down. Okay. Sorry, I know this part's not real exciting as I try and find reference to draw from. Now we gotta get the reference for the mask. Right now, I'm looking at some jungle foliage right now. Trying to make the plants look a little more accurate. The plants in the jungle. So, let's see. I'm brushing aside a plant right here, like a frond. The zombie Black Panther would be kind of terrifying, wouldn't he? Because he's just a killing machine. I have to ink in the leaves here so I don't lose track of where they're at. Those kind of leaves. We also have these big frond types. So we block this one with the frond, so I'm not drawing so many. And that's white. Back toward us on camera. to imagine where the center line of the leaf is going here. I'm going to do some inking so I don't lose track of where the plants are when I try to draw them soon. Just behind it. Talking about the zombie Black Panther, it would be damn near impossible to stop, that's for sure. I mean, I wouldn't say he's unstoppable, but he would be hard to stop. But man, he would be terrifying until they did stop him. Why did I decide to draw a jungle in here? What the hell was I thinking? Doing this because I got to draw the foreground first, so that when I start drawing in the background, the details in the suit, I'm not overlapping into the leaves inadvertently. Things we have to draw all the individual blades on this frond by having another leaf behind it. The tricky part's going to be remembering what's what when I start to color. I think when you start doing this, it's easier just like color the whole thing green and then just drop in the black where the suit's going to go behind it. Another one of these frond things here. This one. in the Marvel's What If, didn't they have the Vision was letting Wanda feed on T'Challa, wasn't he? If I remember correctly. I remember it was messed up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was T'Challa that she was feeding on. Like when they found T'Challa, he was like missing his legs. Because he'd been like feeding him to her pieces at a time. Vision was messed up. Okay. Sorry, on the camera. All right. So that gives me a good idea where the suit's at. Map out where the mask is. Because the mask has like metal bands in it, here. I think we may be able to do more of the mouth. Yeah. There's another band comes down there. I think the natural break point would be along these metal bands on the mask. Should be slightly tilted where the outer corner is higher than the inner corner. I think I may do the white or the metal bar with white after the fact, rather than try and cut around them with color. This out where his ear would have been. I'm going to cover up where the ear would have been. I have another piece of this metal bent up. Put up the mask on it. All right, no worries, Joe. Okay. We'll do the same thing with the mask we did with like Mr. Pringle's pants. We'll use like a dark gray and then a darker gray for shading. The black lines will still have some weight to them. The reference photo's mouth is closed. I think I'm going to open it slightly. Just to give it a more of a zombie feel to it. Don't see too many zombies with their mouths closed. They're always like, ah. I don't think I'm gonna try and do all the textures and stuff in the mask. It's just too many of them. I think I'm going to color this one tonight, man. It's going to take me a while to muddle my way through all that. At least I get the drawing done. This was gonna be kind of complicated to color. It get complicated trying to remember. Okay, what's leaf? What's metal? What's armor? I'm actually putting some extra lines in the collar piece. And this is kind of a cheap thing to help me remember which is which. You set this one off to the side. Have time, we'll do some color for it later. All right, let's see. Good Mr. Pringle. George Washington and Scarlett Johansson. George Washington and Scarlett Johansson. Let's do George first. What's he famous for? Chopped down a cherry tree. Pretty limited on reference options for him because there were no cameras back then. So I figured I just have to have the white wig, ascot, let me check something quick. If there's a 3D bust of him made, then I can put him at different angles. And do as an angle that you can't get in the photos. Let's see, I'll do Sketchfab. I get lucky, I can find a 3D model and I can rotate it down to a weird angle that if I can find one, I'll show you what I'm thinking. Sketchfab, George Washington 3D models. Let's see what we got. So I have the painting for the color reference, but I have a 3D model of a bust of George Washington. So this is one of the things I like about using it with 3D software. Let me present my screen. Home tab, Sketchfab. The wrong screen. I guess I can just go back to it here. What's the sketch happen? Squid. Sketch hazards. Did you load on the new tab? Dang it. Okay. Man, stop screen. All right, here we go. So we use this for reference. We can get an angle that we can't find in the photos. And we use the photos for the color, for the paintings of the photos. Photos of the painting, sorry. Paintings of the photos. That would be kind of silly. So I like using Sketchpad for some references. Okay, so we'll kind of use an angle like that. I'll open the mouth up, and that way I can have the chin. I'll do the hair with the wig that they wore back then. But this gives me an angle that I wouldn't have gotten just from using like one of the reference paintings that you find. Because there's not a lot of images of George Washington. But I figured there had to be a bust. If there's a bust that's been put into a 3D modeling program, then you can position it for something different. Okay, so that's what I'm going to use for reference. I'll stop my screen sharing. And drag this over to the other screen. Screen over to that one. All right. So now I've got a reference of George Washington that wouldn't normally be used. All right. Let's put some different music on. We'll go with lo-fi. You see the news about Witcher season 4? Kind of shocked about that. Recast Henry Cavill with Liam Hemsworth. The basis for the head shape. Yeah, Joe, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's like, I mean, Ian Hemsworth's not a bad actor, but he just doesn't have the same presence, I don't think, as Cavill. And I think I was kind of disappointed when I heard that news. But we'll see. I give it a chance. It's been a good time for a nerd, though. I mean, I've watched like the Rings of Power is good, and Andor is good, and watched the Tales of the Jedi. Those are short and easy to watch, and they're good. What was the Werewolf by Night was fun. I didn't watch House of the Dragon. I don't know, the Game of Thrones stuff just isn't my jam. I don't know. It's more soap operas to me. Not that they're bad, it's just not my thing. Let's see, George Washington. Go back and look at the hair again. The bust hats, I think, is his natural hair. I want the big poofy hair. And then let's see. $1 bill. Ascot. I think Ascots need to come back in fashion. I kind of like Ascots, the way they look. But by the same token, I also don't like wearing things around my neck, so maybe not. Like, I like the look, but I don't like the feel. So you get a basic structure for George Washington. Now, what do we do to make him a zombie? I think we've got to open the mouth. To do that, we got to drop the chin. Drop the chin down a little bit lower. And still keep it kind of an up angle so you can see the bottom of the chin. And we'll do a lopsided mouth open so we can have these lips still terminate where they were. And then, let's see. I think we give them jacked up teeth. Okay. So that helps a little bit. Maybe we do a tear on the cheek. Okay. So, get rid of the pupils in the eyes. We could do the negative eyes. We could do the I think that works. Here real quick. Almost 3 hours. Take a break and get something to drink. Right now I'm just looking up facial muscles. Got that. And then we've got so. I don't think I can do too much with them beyond that. Keep them recognizable. Eyebrows were see the eyebrows. Sometimes you can do like long, skinny teeth on zombies. Looks kind of cool. Basically, you're simulating like heavily receded gum lines. So I'm in an area where the gum lines really wouldn't show. The nice thing about these emojis, like I said, they are brush pens, so be careful. You get a pretty fine line with them. And the other nice thing is this is regular cover stock paper that I'm drawing on, but if you do watercolor, Emoji is a real watercolor thing. I'm gonna erase out the pencils on this one, or at least not all of them. I kind of want it to get muddied up a bit. The only thing is I don't recommend doing this with your pencils and your markers because they can mess up your pen nibs. I'm erasing it out of the hair and the ascot where it's going to be white. But the pencils react with the marker and you get some color shifts, which is actually what I want to go for here. Reference again for the clothing. I think the jacket is black. Mascot's white. Hair's white. Face is a ruddy pink. He's got a ponytail. It's funny, some of them show like you can see the thick ponytail, but some look like he's almost got like a rat tail. Like a 80s rat tail. Should have put him in a uniform. Maybe a more distinct jacket. It's okay. Already drawn the jacket. Okay. So, ruddy pink complexion. Doing these kind of rough colors. Like I'm not trying to blend real cleanly. Which will end up looking on advantage, I think. Because I was doing this over the graphite, you can see the graphite gets in the nib. If you don't clean it out, it can mess up your nib. It hardens and crusts onto it. Thankfully, the reference I'm using has it kind of top lit, so you get that drop shadow from the nose. Kind of works out good. The neck is almost all in shadow. And again, we're going to over some clean paper with that. Trying not to lock any graphite into the tip. Alright. Let's try some pale green, I think. I'm wondering how well that's showing up. There's actually quite a bit of color in there, playing off each other. Joe's heading off to bed. Joe, thanks for hanging out. Thank you. Nice having you in here for the stream for the first start. And good luck in all your work, man. Take care. His muscle, I'm using I'm gonna do brown and red to kind of give it a darker, rotten kind of look to it. Grizzly looking George Washington. So for the hair, I'll use a warm gray, I think, for his hair. really light to start with. One gray for the hair, a cool gray for the ascot. Dark gray jacket. Reference of George now. Stream right back over to the main screen. I think after George, I'm going to call it a night. And then I'll come in tomorrow to do a second stream tomorrow, continuing. We'll do the Black Panther zombie. Color that be. That's gonna be a headache. Another zombie. That for him, I don't want the whites to be too bright, so we'll use a pencil instead of a paint pen. Hint of like yellow, kind of jaundice yellow, not super bright. Light pressure beam. Really not any trim, but alright, let's get some specular in the muscle. Upside down so I can. All right, pretty good start. So we did started off with the Daisy Duck zombie, and we did Dolly Parton zombie. And we did Mr. Pringles zombie. And we did a George Washington zombie. All right, so that's some zombies. Tomorrow we'll continue on with Black Panther zombie. And maybe, I still got to do the Scarlett Johansson and figure out what to do with Scarlett Johansson. Probably a Black Widow zombie. But, all right. Hey, Joe, thanks for hanging out. And Guitarra probably going to stream his own stuff now. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.